Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the OS Talk. My name is Zetrot, and today is January 14th, 2015, and we've got a great interview going today. We're going to be interviewing Hayabusa, one of the top players in Mania for the United Kingdom. How you doing, man?
I'm fine. What about you guys?
I'm doing great. I just woke up myself, and we're always greeted as well with Deadbeat, my lovely co-host, and my life partner.
Whoa, when did that happen?
Oh, I'm just giving you shit, Deadbeat. Anyways, we've got a great interview today. We're going to be touching base on the Mania. We haven't really touched too much with that. We got a little bit of Mania insight with our Lolliflan interview, but hopefully today Hayabusa is going to be able to shine some real light on this game mode. And so we'll go ahead and get this started. Here, everybody's like talking about the husbando Deadbeat. Anyways, all right. So, the first question we have for you, Hayabusa, is how did you find out about us? What drawed you in, and why are you here?
Well, I found out about Osu through my friend called Jake. He played it before, a while back. I think it was about a year or something ago when I started playing, and he said this game was really fun. It was like Guitar Hero because I did originally play Guitar Hero on the Xbox, but that game was kind of easy, so the songs on there were kind of really easy. So I just had to try this game out, and got a PC and stuff because I had a laptop that was really laggy, and I really enjoyed playing it. And I only got Osu for like the Mania mode. I didn't really play any other mode because I didn't really find it fun to play. They thought they were really quite boring. But yeah, that's how I found Os, because pretty much like Guitar Hero, and it's a really fun game.
So you came straight for the Mania train.
Yep.
And that's kind of neat because Mania hasn't been around that long. I mean, it's been around for what, about a year and a half, maybe two, Deadbeat?
I think 2 sounds a bit more accurate.
Two? Yeah, two sounds about
Yeah.
right. But Guitar Hero, so I've got to ask now, what was your favorite song to play on Guitar Hero, and what Guitar Hero did you play the most?
I played Warriors of Rock the most because it was on the Xbox. Like, they didn't really have much song customization that you do like on the PC one, where you can make your own songs and stuff. But it was mostly just playing stuff like Dragon Force songs because they're really fun. I like the Guitar Hero games because they're really hard and stuff. But if I had to say, one of my favorite ones to play was probably Fury of the Storm on Warriors of Rock. I don't know why, it's really fun to play for me.
Yeah, I played a lot of Guitar Hero back when it started out, when it was still run by, what's the name of that company? Oh, there goes that. That would have been insightful, too. But I can't remember the name of the company that did it before it got took over. But I played 1, 2, I played 3. I didn't play World Tour or Warriors of Rock. It just kind of lost interest to me. By that time, I had found Frets on Fire, and I had just modded my Guitar Hero controller to play stuff like that. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting. So that kind of talks a little bit to the other prior games you've played before OS. But were there any other music games? Like, did you fancy DDR? Did you ever play any of the DJ Maxes?
Nah, actually, the first ever sort of Mania type game that I played was actually Osu. I haven't actually really played any other game. I played Osu for I don't know, when I started playing it for about a year. I tried Lunatic Rave 2 and stuff, but I couldn't really get a grip to the skins and stuff they have on there because I use a custom made skin on here, obviously, and it's like a circular one. I think it's like a DJ Max sort of style skin. I don't really know if that's right, but I don't know. I really enjoy using that one because I can actually read it. Unlike other games, I can't really play properly because of the skin.
Have you thought of going out and playing more rhythm games?
Sorry, what did you say?
Have you thought about going out and trying other rhythm games?
Well, I've wanted to try some other ones that we can't actually use right now. Well, not properly anyway. Because they're in arcades in Japan. You what are they called?
Jubeat?
Sound Voltex and stuff. You know that looks fun. I've got a simulator, but I've only got a keyboard, so I can't really play it properly. But yeah, I've got a simulator type version of that. But no, the only other really sort of rhythm games I played is Lunatic Rave, and that's it really. But I didn't really play that first. I played that later, and I still really can't get used to it.
Well, that's kind of neat though. That this is the first music game that you've really taken serious after Guitar Hero. Now, real quick, going off on a little bit of a tangent, do you have a higher refresh rate monitor, or do you just use 60 hertz? And what's your speed that you use for your scrolling?
My monitor's only a 60 Hz monitor, so I mean it's not like the greatest monitors, but you know. So yeah, I use 60 Hz monitor and I use 27 scroll speed, but with like the fixed speed for every map. So yeah, 27 is what I use.
That is fast.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I was
Yeah.
trying to play Mania. I think I was only using like 13, maybe 14.
Yeah, but I think that was because they were using like the BPM, from BPM, so like it changes every map you play. But if you use
Oh,
the
no,
fixed
this is-
speed, it uses like the same speed for every map, but it doesn't really change.
This
Because
is,
the
like,
speeds
well
are
before
different.
This was well before the BPM slider scroll thing. So.
Yeah, before and stuff, obviously for me it changed because it used to change depending on the BPM. So like say for an example, I know 170 BPM, I would use like what would it be? Be like 15 speed, 16 speed, if it was 170 BPM.
Let's see.
It's quite
And-
the change.
All right. And like you said, you learned about the game from your friend and everything, and you didn't really start anything with standard or anything. But I've seen you play standard every once in a while. And you kind of answered what got you started with Osmania. So I guess the next question we probably have to ask you, I'll go ahead and let Deadbeat take that. Go ahead, Deadbeat.
Oh yeah. What key modes do you use normally, or do you just play the standard 7K?
Well, it depends what I feel like really. I did start off with like 4K when I was like first started the game, because obviously it was pretty tricky to learn like Mania. I don't know why, it's really hard. I thought I'd do really good because of Guitar Hero, but it was actually quite difficult than what I thought it'd be. And then started getting used to 4K on like converted maps and stuff, like the OC standard converted maps. And then I finally figured out that there were Mania made maps, obviously. So I thought, oh, let's try some of these, and they're really quite tricky. And then I know after about 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna try 7K and just see if I can get good at 7K. So then I started 7K, and 7K is probably my favorite key at the moment, but 4K is my second favorite. But yeah, I play pretty much any key but 6K, because I don't really like 6K. 6K is really horrible. I don't know why, I just don't like it. But yeah, I could play 8K, 7K, 5K, 4K, and yeah, so I just play mostly 7K though. I don't know why, I don't like 6K. It just feels weird, because I'm used to having a spacebar in the middle, and having 6 keys, I'm like, ugh. It just feels weird to me, I don't know why. I just don't like it.
I think the reason I play 6K is because I actually just don't like that 7th column in the middle. It just throws me off so badly.
Yeah, some people don't like using that middle column or a spacebar, but you know, I think it's really like fun to have that middle part. I don't know why, just like it. It's really fun.
Have you tried any of the newer key counts? Because there was 1, 2, 3, 9, and 10 added recently.
Oh my god, I've tried that. It's so weird. Like, 1K is weird, obviously, because it's just like jackhammers, you know. But I played that; it was pretty funny, and I played 10K, but that was it was really hard, because how the hell do you play 10K on a keyboard? It's so weird. But yeah, I don't know. Them keys probably really think they'd only work properly with like a DDR controller or something with like more keys.
I saw an interesting screenshot that Smoogie sent me, and he'd split the 10K columns up into 2 pieces, so it looked like 2 5K grids, and they look really quite cool.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
it looks like the
confusing.
closest thing to multiplayer. Really does.
Well, yeah, I
Might
guess
be confusing.
You could technically multiplayer that if you had 2 different controllers that were mapped to it, and you and your friends could mania together, and then get points. How would you rate that though? If you had 2 people playing on one, oh boy, that would just be.
That
That'd be
sounds actually
interesting.
pretty
Gray
fun. It does sound pretty fun. Just have like 2v2s or something, like just on the same sort of thing. Just like having like a multiplayer or something. 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other. It'd be weird, like having that. It'd be fun though. It sounds pretty cool.
They say you could do Mania co-op and multiplayer. Actually, you could just one person controls a different side.
Stop missing. No, you stop missing. Yeah.
That's multiplayer in a heartbeat right there.
All right. Okay, so our next question is a little bit on the mapper side. Have you ever thought of trying to make your own Mania maps?
I've tried, like, the first time I tried to make a map, it was terrible because, one, I didn't know how to do it properly, and, like, two, I tried to make it like a standard style one because I didn't really know about the Mania, like, sort of, map styles and stuff, like with the long notes and then having, like, loads of notes at one point and stuff like that while holding a long note. So I just tried to make it like a standard style, and that didn't go well. It's still up, but it's really, really bad. I might delete it. But I tried another one before, a 4K one. I don't know, when I try to map, it's not that I get bored of mapping, it's that when I'm doing it, I don't have that, like, I don't know what you call it, like,
Motivation.
Sort of, not that, like, sort of like the imagination as to where to put the notes and stuff and how to make the certain patterns and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just, I'd rather play than make a map, but I sort of want to get into mapping though, but I don't know, it seems like really hard for me to get into it. I don't know how to, like, I'm just not good with technical stuff, so.
Well, there's a lot of cool tools for it, but one of the things that I've used the most when doing Mania, and I haven't made any like super amazing maps or anything, I've just been playing in the editor for the most part, but when I play around in the editor, what I've been using is that live mapping tool for Mania, because it really works. I mean, you just slow down the music a little bit. I do it at like 50%, and when you do that, you could literally just kind of, because I can't think, I have the same problem. Like standard, no problem, all day I could think of patterns for that. But Mania, everything's locked in this place. You can't really do anything artsy with it. It's just, you got to kind of like figure out, is this going to feel right? Is this going to feel good? You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So what I end up doing is I just go in there and I turn it on and I just play it like if I'm like, would this be like a Mania? And mostly it comes out kind of weird, but you know, it's just, yeah. For those in the chat that are saying you're supposed to slow it down, yeah, I've never mapped an entire map at 100% speed ever. Even in standard, it's always slowed down.
Well,
Like,
I mean, it helps you put the notes where you want it if there's a fast part going on. I guess that's why you could slow it down. But yeah, doing it 100% the whole time would be pretty tricky.
Yeah, like you slow it down, and it's just like creativity basically. But Mania, like, if the only way I could even get something on the grid there is to turn on that live mapping editor, and there's no way I could play the song at full speed there, so I just and I mean, the live mapping stuff has actually gotten really good. You can even put down hold notes and stuff like that. Just hold the key down while, like, so even if you wanted to hold with certain, like, kind of pattern, you could do that. Like, I did with that little Sonic thing that I was just messing with. Live mapping is basically, there's a button in the editor that turns on live mapping mode. It only works for Tycho and Mania at the moment. And I know I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent here, but basically what it is the song will play, and say, for example, you have your keys mapped out to JKDF for 4 key, or DF space JK for 5, or SDF, you know, basically just going down the line. You hit those keys while it's playing, and it'll place them on the timeline.
Yeah, the thing about that is that if I think somebody tried to map it like that, it wouldn't be like fully in time, obviously, because you know you can't really be fully in time all the time. But yeah, then you just fix it up, I guess. But
yeah, you just go back through it and clean it up and whatnot like that. Anyways, kind of got a little bit off on a tangent there, but that's no problem. So did you enjoy taking part in the Mania World Cup? Because I know I enjoyed you taking part in the Mania World Cup. I'm not gonna lie about that at all. I really enjoyed that. But how did you feel about the whole experience?
well, for first time participating in sort of like a tournament sort of thing, I thought it was pretty fun. Like, I don't know, it was really competitive. I really loved it. But when we got knocked out that one time, I felt really bad because, like, I know I could have done better, but I was on like a really bad day. Like that G59 song, me and Muffin Man could have won it on that, but I did so bad because I don't know. It annoyed me at that time when I got knocked out them against like US, but I mean it was really fun. I really liked it. Pretty fun.
I guess it can come down to nerves, especially in the first time being in that sort of spotlight.
I mean, I don't want to like sit there and sound biased or anything, but he did have kind of like he was not having a great day. Weren't you on like a different keyboard and everything?
Well, I was on like I was in like I remember I said I went to that festival, that Insomnia Game Festival thing, and I was playing it there, wasn't I? So like I was up on a table and stuff because I don't like normally sit at the desk because I'm a weird person. I sit on the floor and play. I sit on the floor cross-legged and stuff and all that. So like it felt a bit weird for me to play Mania on a desk because I had to have my arms raised and stuff. It was weird. So I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I did bad, but I still had all the same keyboard and everything. It's just being raised. I couldn't. I don't know. It felt different to play the game with my hands raised up in the air like that.
Yeah, I understand that. Way back when I had just very first got my computer set up and I was playing way back, I'm talking like 6-7 years ago. I didn't actually have a mouse pad, and I was probably one of the best people with a ball mouse. I had an old school ball mouse, and I used this giant stone slab because my brother worked in construction, so he had like a bunch of marble and stuff, and my computer desk sucked, so I had literally just like crafted this stone slab really low to the ground and had my keyboard on that and my mouse on that, and it was like perfect. And then I ended up getting a nice fancy computer desk, and it took me months to play decently afterwards because I was so used to the stone. Like I got a laser mouse, and I'm like, what is this laser mouse? Why does it move so perfectly? I got so used to like when I'd spin, you'd have to spin at an angle because ball mouse can't keep up with a perfect circle, let alone fast circle. So you'd have to like kind of caddy corner it sideways and spin like these weird ovals to get a proper circle out of it. But I'd gotten so used to that when I moved to proper gaming equipment, I was like, the fuck? And it took forever to get used to it. So I could definitely understand.
That sounds funny.
Yeah, I could definitely understand though, like preferring to play it on the ground and low versus playing it on a desk and stuff like that. Because I was weird like that myself for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to get used to getting into a different position when you play a game that you're used to playing at a certain different position or angle or something.
Yeah. Yeah, ball mouses, like I still have the old ball mouse that I wrecked. I got to like rank 600 with. It's an old Dell ball mouse, and I called it Rocky because it had been cracked. Like I did not have a lot of good computer stuff way back in the day. It was just, yeah, you'd have to take it apart and clean it. You're right. Anyways, so the next question, and probably a lot of people want to know, is are you going to be entering this year's Mania World Cup as well?
Well, I mean, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. It depends if there are some mysterious players who, overtake me or something and, be better than me at Mania in the UK and then they'll be doing it instead. But, I don't know, I'd love to do it again. Like, it was really fun, and I think maybe we can get further this time and not lose, hopefully. But, I mean, it all depends on what happens, really.
Yeah. I don't think they'd leave you out, man. You did so much good work there. Even if there are other players, like consistency in teams is something that used to happen a lot, and I think it's going to continue to happen. And I know I'm going to be rooting for you if you're up there on the podium again next year, kicking ass and taking names, because you guys are doing awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't actually see someone overtaking Hayabusa when you look at his play count compared to everyone else.
My play count's big.
Like, you're at 24,000.
Yeah, but that's only ranked plays, though. They only count the ranked plays. I've played like 2 or 3 times more offline plays on like unranked maps more than I have on ranked maps.
But you're also like 600 PP ahead of number 2, and then there's 1200 between second and third. So I think you're in a pretty safe position. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Gadget Geek's getting pretty good now. I mean, like he's catching up pretty fast. I mean, if anything, he'd be the one to overtake me because he's pretty good now. Like he's beat some of my scores, like, but I don't know why. I just do really bad on ranked maps. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like the nerves or something. But when I play a ranked map, I do so much worse than when I do play like an unranked map. I don't know what it is. Just happens.
they would be the two of you for the UK team for the Oxford Cup.
Yeah,
probably
if you guys
will
work
be.
together,
Yeah,
that'd be
I
nuts.
think. Yeah, I think me and him will probably be the people to play in the World Cup next year if we do it. Because I mean, Muffin Man's good and all, but like I think Gadget Geek's actually overtaken him now, like sort of thing on 7K. Plus, Muffin Man hasn't been on a while. I don't know what. He's probably like busy or something, but he hasn't been on much since a few months after that. I don't know why. Oh well, I hope he's doing well though.
I see.
Are you quite involved with a lot of these Mania players now? Like, did that change after the Mania World Cup? Like, did you get more community active and stuff, or did it not really change that
Well,
much?
I mean, I guess I did get a few more people come up to me and say, "Oh, I've seen you in the World Cup and stuff. You're great and all that." And you know, I don't know. I never thought I'd ever get so much attention on a game because I'm not really used to it. I mean, I've played games. I've done pretty good at games, but like, I haven't had people come up to me and just go like, "Oh, you're really good" and stuff like that. And it's pretty hard to like know how to feel about that because you're not used to it. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I just say thanks and just shrug it off. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, people in this game go crazy over pro players. It's interesting in a way to watch.
They love
They'll
your
see,
finger speed.
I think.
God, really? I guess that one's pretty common.
Well,
But yeah,
my
like,
thing isn't
a
that
lot of
fast.
people seem to like they'll see these pro players and they'll kind of like stick with them, and they'll just like religiously watch them play and stuff.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting in some ways. I don't really get it myself, but whatever.
Some people just get
spectating people's
passionate
fun.
about it.
Oh yeah. Some people
You know?
get passionate about quite a lot of things.
Okay. Anyways, so now, kind of wrapping up towards the preset questions here. Our next question is, you kind of mentioned this a little bit before, but what kind of skin do you like using, and what's the main one you use? Have you switched from the skin that you currently use, or has that been kind of a staple for you?
Well, I don't really like sort of know answer because I don't know what the skin's called because it was one of my friends who gave it me like a while back, like quite a long time ago, called Ivy or whatever his name was. He's a Korean player. He's really good, like at like Mania. I was like asking for the skin because I like the look of it because it was circles. Because I know I'm used to like playing Guitar Hero and stuff. Like circles look good for me, and I was like, looks like a pretty good skin. I don't know what the skin's actually called, but he called it like Circle or something. It was just called Circle. I was like, alright, and I just like customized it myself a bit, like not like changed any of the notes or anything, but just like added other stuff from other skins into that skin, like I know, like the background song select or something. But yeah, I don't know, like I've kept with this skin for quite a while. It's like I don't know how you would like. I don't know what it's called or where you get it from. I don't know if it's on the forums or anything, but he gave it me a while back, and like if anyone wants to see it, it's I've got a YouTube channel, but called XSA_Hayabusa, and if you want to see what it looks like, but I don't know how to describe it really. It's just like it looks a bit like DJ Max or something. That's what I think. It's just something like that.
I think I've seen a few DJ Max related skins.
Alright.
But if it's on the forums, I could probably find it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
maybe.
Deadbeat would probably be the one to find it, because he's Mr. Skin Man there.
Hello.
Alright, so, thank you so much for the questions and the responses there, Deadbeat and Hayabusa, because Deadbeat, we're going to give him a little clap of applause. He wrote most of the questions today. I kind of came in a little bit last second. But without further ado...
Today?
Oh, yeah, today. Did you write these today or
Most
yesterday?
of them, don't I?
Yeah, today. Well, sometimes. I put questions out there too. I think. Maybe.
You think? Maybe.
All right.
Oh,
Anyways,
God.
without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move on to the community section here. So we're going to take questions from you guys and just go ahead and message Kianko if you have any questions you need answered. We'll go ahead and get this started as soon as possible. Kianko's got the first question, so you guys can lead by example, and if you have anything set up, just go ahead and give her a message, and go ahead and take that away, Kianko.
Okay, so when you said that you were somebody who used to avidly play Guitar Hero, it reminded me that I had seen people using Guitar Hero controllers to play Mania, and I would like to know if you've ever tried to use your Guitar Hero controller to play Mania, and if it's actually worked for you, and you being good at it.
I've used the Guitar Hero guitar before to see what it was like, just to see how it felt. It didn't feel better than a keyboard, because I don't know, keyboards are much easier to press down and stuff. But there was another person called Mafham or something, or if you all knew him or whatever, but he actually used a Guitar Hero guitar to play Mania for 7K. He said he had like 10 keys on it or something, and he used that to play 7K and stuff, and he was really good. Stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, like some people use Guitar Hero guitars, I've heard of that before.
Because I remember seeing a video of somebody on YouTube. It was probably the same person, but he was playing, I think, five key with the Guitar Hero controller. I don't remember if it was if it was modded to have more keys or not. Maybe it was later on.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the same person, who knows, man.
Out of curiosity, since we went back to the Guitar Hero, did you ever try Rock Band as well, or did you just stick to Guitar Hero?
I did actually try Rock Band 3, I think it was. I don't know if it was free. I think it was free. Because it was free one day on the Xbox Marketplace. It was like a free download for gold or something. So I was like, let's get it and see what it's like. And it is pretty good, but it felt like the timing was a lot different in Guitar Hero. I don't know why. It just felt like it was harder to press the notes. It was really different, and because it was rectangles, I was like, it's pretty hard to read, but I think Guitar Hero was a better game.
I personally preferred Rock Band just because there was a bit more variety in the instruments you could use.
Sorry, what did you say again?
I preferred Rock Band since there was a bigger variety, well, not bigger, but there was a bit more of a variety in what you could play with. Like, you got the guitars, the bass, the vocal, and the drums.
Yeah, I think they added that into like Guitar Hero from
That was in
World
World
Tour. Or
Tour,
something.
I
Yeah,
think.
from World Tour they added that in, and then ever since I think they've had it like a whole band sort of thing in that as well. But yeah, I
Did
think
not know
Rock
that.
Band. I think Rock Band actually was the first person to start that though.
It wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, thank you for that question. Looks like we have Sonna next. Hey Sonna, what you got
Hey.
for us?
I know some of the people from other Mania-style games think the Osu Mania ranking criteria is too restrictive, or there aren't enough hard-ranked maps. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's actually a good question. I don't know, like we need more harder ranked maps because like a lot of people, like you said, like that it's a bit like it's not really much ranked maps out there to determine who's good and who's not, because they're like most of them are like really easy. Like 4-star ranked maps are like not really that much, they don't give much PP and they're not like really hard, so like anyone can do them really. But like we need more harder ranked maps as well. Yeah, I really do think that we need more harder ranked maps, but obviously it depends on the bats and stuff that rank the maps and the mappers, of course.
Yeah, here it is. There's actually a thread saying we want ranked ET beat maps.
Yeah, ranked ET beat maps.
No idea what that means, but apparently people want them.
Oh yeah, it's stuff like, I don't know, 5.5 plus stars at least.
I think there's still a bit of calculations for PP for Mania, isn't there? Detroit, do we know if the PP system for Mania was done?
Say what now?
Do we know if the PP system for Mania was done?
The performance point system for Mania, that would probably be a Tom question. But I think it's going to be reworked on. I don't know if it's actually been currently worked on. I know that the only one that's like really stable, solid that I know of for sure is standard right now. I know that there's definitely going to be some adjustments to the catch the beat one later on, I would assume. And I assume that with all the work that's going into Mania right now, the performance point system's probably going to be the next thing to be ironed out with it. I'm not 100% sure, but it's just, it would make sense with all the stuff that's going on, like the skin support's being changed, the way its rendering's being changed. I mean, if you guys check the changelog, Smoogie has been like working his butt off to make Mania amazing. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Who was the person that added the scroll speed thing?
Probably
Smokey.
I would probably
I couldn't
say
really
Smoogie.
remember the name. I'm sorry if he's listening or anything, but you know, I mean, I remember thanking him ages ago. I was like, yes, the scroll speed thing, thank you, because like I hated having like an uneven scroll speed, because that one where like it could be too fast or it'd be a bit too slow, and you couldn't have it in the middle. Like it'd be annoying when you play a map because you wouldn't be playing at your best because you couldn't read it because it'd be either a bit too fast or a bit too slow. You wouldn't do as good as what you would normally do. I remember thanking him in the Mania chat ages ago. About that, adding that scroll speed thing in. It was really good.
I think it's safe to say if there was Mania change in the past 6 or 7 months, it was most likely Smooth Poo.
It probably
he's
was.
done so much in the past half year. It's actually ridiculous.
But yeah,
Okay.
Whoever did it, thank you.
All right, and I'm assuming that was Sonner's question there?
Yep.
All right, thank you so much for that question there, Sonner. I apologize for stepping out for just a moment, but I'm back now. And it looks like our next one is going to be from King Kevin 30. How you doing, man?
No. Sorry,
Get a little bit of nom nom
Yeah.
nom, a little bit of food
Yeah,
there.
I'm eating a cookie right now. Sorry.
You're in a cookie.
Get that cookie
Yeah,
out
we
of your
sharing that
mouth. It could
cookie.
be dirty.
Cookies are OP.
I'm sorry.
Oh man. Okay, so what's your question for Hayabusa here?
Okay, like, yes. So my general question was just like, if there's any kind of professional, some professional active players in like the mod scene in Mania, since mods are kind of obsolete in there.
Ah, that's actually a good one, Hayabusa. You know, and I'll try to make it a little bit. He's asking if there's any pros with certain mods, like you know how October Scream uses flashlight and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think well, I mean, October Scream, he's pretty good at using his flashlight and hidden and stuff. I mean, like he's not too far behind me when I play on without a mod. I mean, he's pretty good, but I can't really think of names off the top of my head who actually do play like mods and stuff all the time. But I think I remember there was a person called it was a really long name. I don't know what it was. Oh no, he just played hidden and he was like, he's better than me at the game, and he actually got like really good scores. Like he almost like SS like maps at like 4.5 stars plus or something with like hidden mod or something. And I was like, wow, man, I didn't know how somebody could like really do that with like a mod, you know, because hidden's really easy, but like when it gets upwards like to the top, it's really hard to keep your accuracy sometimes if there's like really dense parts going along. But I can't really think of people off the top of my head though, like actually play like mods and stuff, because it's not really that used in Mania, to be honest, because it doesn't give you extra score or anything. It's just like a preference thing, like if you want to really play it. But no, I can't really think of any person. Oh yeah, Moat Solo, he's pretty good. He just uses DT, man. When he uses DT, he's really fast with his fingers, man. I don't even know how he does it. When he plays DT, he plays like I don't know, like super hard songs, like 7-star songs. Put DT on that, makes it like 9 or 10 stars. He just wrecks the song and gets like a super good score. I was like, how the hell do you do that? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's really good how some people can do such things.
Okay. All right then. Thank you so much for that question, King Kevin. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And sorry for the cookie.
No problem, man.
No problem, man. No problem.
Everybody's
Yeah,
got
that
to
because-
cookie.
Yeah, because I didn't even thought that you were gonna let me voice power, because I just sat there and was like, oh yeah, I'm just listening to that stuff, and my mom came in, and I don't know.
It's all good. All right, we have our next question here from Ginmu no Osama, I guess. They think that's close enough. Not really good with names. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Do you have a question here for Hayabusa today?
Yes. My question is, well, I used to be a Guitar Hero player too, not like major, but I was good enough to the point where I could read the notes. So when I played Osu, I saw Osu Mania. I thought I could play that as well, but it turned out I couldn't because for some reason, no matter what difficulty I play, the notes seem to be just a blur slurring by. And you guys were talking about the scroll speed, so does that like kind of affect the blur, or is it an eyesight problem, or do you have to get used to it, or what?
Well, I mean, I guess it can depend on your monitor as well, but or your your resolution stuff and how big you use like the screen to play OC. Because if you have like, I play full screen, and I have a pretty big skin. Like it's not like massive. Like the column size is 45 by 40, 45 going along. But because I use circles, I guess they're like more big. So when it comes down the screen at a certain speed, it won't blur or look skippy. But if your skin's really small, like a little rectangle, like the standard skin that you get for the game, that's really weird for me. It does feel a bit blurry when it comes down at a certain speed, but I guess it depends on your speed and your skin sometimes, and how big you have your resolution for the game.
All right.
So what what monitor do you use 60Hz monitor as well?
I play at 1080p with a 60Hz monitor. Yes.
Is your skin small?
Most of my skins that I had, I recently deleted them all. They would all be the same as the regular skin for Osu Mania, because it's not really a Osu Mania skin.
Well, like if you try and find like another skin that, like, I don't know, like because you used a Guitar, like you said, you play Guitar, try and get like a circle skin or something, and then try it. Like I did a lot better when I got my circle skin. It felt like really good to play when I got my circle skin. And if it still feels a bit blurry, then try like upping the column size of your skin, like in this .kne files or whatever they're called. Then you'll be able to like maybe it'll fix it then, because I use quite a big skin.
I actually found an interesting Mania skin recently. I cannot remember. Oh, here it is. Alienware Alliance skin. You should try that one. It's got circles. Circles for days.
If you want,
Yeah.
I can link you my skin. I got my skin on Dropbox.
Ooh, yeah, send it to me.
Okie doke,
Yeah.
one sec.
Yeah, and it also, like you said, it's going really fast, so you can also adjust the scroll speed if you want. Most people that get really good at it will tell you need to have somewhat of a high scroll speed, because the slower it is, the harder it is to read, and like the faster you go, the easier it becomes. I've been told when people see me play measly 4-key, they're like, wow, that's really slow. How do you do that? And I'm like, that's the only way I can do it at this point. But as I get better, I know it'll upgrade, and there'll eventually be a time where I can't play it slow at all anymore. You kind of just lose that.
Yeah, I can't play slow for crap. I'll be like, when like I'm going into a map and then it's going at like my normal speed, and then I'd have that speed change where it goes slow. I'm like 200, 150, 200, 100. I'm like, I can't read it. It's too hard. I can't feel the beat. Yeah, like I'm just so used to having like a fast scroll speed now. Like if it goes any slower than that, it's really hard for me to time the notes. I don't know what it is. It makes the song like a lot harder for some reason. I don't know why.
But thank you for that question, Gimmu. We're actually going to have another person here. Matt Owns, #1, is got a question here for us. Not a problem. Have a good one.
Gemu as well. I'm gonna link my skin just now if you want to get it.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Go ahead and somebody move them up if they wouldn't mind. And they asked. There you go. How you doing, Matt Owns?
I'm good, thanks. So
All right.
I've got a question for Hayabusa because I don't know him at all.
Yeah, you totally don't know me.
What is your favourite map out of any ranked or unranked maps?
Wow, out of any ranked or unranked map, that's actually hard because I've got like a ton of maps on my computer, and I like a lot of them. Like they're really good. I'll just say what I like best for ranked and unranked. I'll just do them both. For my ranked, I like my favorite map's probably gotta be what is that map called? Haryu or something like that. Something Haryu. I don't know how do you say it, but that map is my favorite ranked map. My favorite unranked map, I really don't know. Like I've got a ton of unranked maps that I really like and enjoy. It's mostly BMS style maps that I really like. So I'm just gonna pick one good BMS map. I'm gonna say the song is actually just called S, and it's by what is it? It's the people who made that Joker song. You know that, I don't know what it's called. The people, whatever.
The
It's
People.
called S. Yeah, the people, man. But it's called S, and it's a level 17 BMS style map, and I think that's probably one of my favorite unranked maps.
What about out of 4K? Because we all know your favourite 4K song is Vertex Beta. So
Yeah, totally. Vertex Beta, like just spam all the keys. But favorite 4K map. Wow, if it was ranked, it's definitely not REI because I get so mad at playing that freaking song. What else? What is there 4K wise ranked? I know I really like that Elemental Creation one. I don't know why, it's really fun, that ranked Elemental Creation 4K one, and Imperishable Night. Yeah, Imperishable Night 4K is really good too. But for unranked, it's a really hard question. I like the jump stream maps because obviously it sort of resembles like BMS. So no 4K map. I'm probably gonna have to say that Fullerene Shift map or whatever it's called, over the Fullerene Shift. That that map.
that one.
Yeah, that one. I really enjoy that one. That one's really fun. I don't know why. I just really enjoy that map.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so we're going to actually have Kianko ask another question. She's got another question here, and then we're going to get our other question that we have from Flix as well, so we're going to be going through those now. So go ahead and take that floor when you're ready, Kianko.
Okay, so are there any other gaming communities that you're like really big of, like you're a really big part of, or any other games that you play really well or are really into?
Yeah, Matt just said it right there. DOA. I played DOA, and I'm pretty known on DOA. If any of you know that, it's called Dead or Alive. It's a fighting game on the Xbox, and it's actually the new one's going to be coming for PC as well. So if anyone wants to see it,
you hyped about that?
Yeah, I'm really hopeful when the new one comes out. It's really fun.
I'm totally hyped for it.
Have you played DOA then?
Oh, I used to know Life DOA 2 on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, DOA was just amazing. Like on the Xbox in DOA, online wise, I'm #1 Hayabusa player on DOA for DOA 5, and
Oh damn.
But for like, if it was offline wise, there would be a person called Master. He goes goes to these pro tournaments and stuff. He's better than me with Hayabusa, but just online wise, I'm #1 on the leaderboard and stuff. But yeah, like DOA is another game that I really enjoy playing. I used to play it a lot, but nowadays I just now and again go on it, just waiting for the next one to come out so I can then play that one. But yeah.
I can't say that I've ever been #1, but and go ahead and laugh at this, but I was like in the United States, I was like ranked 370 with Kasumi. So
370 with Kasumi. Kasumi is a fun character to play. I'm really good with her too.
Yeah, and like that's probably the best I've ever gotten in a fighting game outside of like Guilty Gear or something like that. I'm not really good at 3D fighters. I never have been. But Dead or Alive, it moves so smooth that it didn't really feel clunky. Like I don't know. I don't want to get too heavy into fighting games, but like games like Street Fighter, like when they were 2D and I was playing it like Alpha or Third Strike, stuff like that, it's fine. But I don't like any of the transition to the 3D fighting games for the Street Fighter series, like Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't care for any of them. I feel like they're just too They're not
Yeah, I
fluid.
know what you mean. Like, DOA has that like it seems like all the moves in the game actually like look really smooth and they flow well and makes it look
Mhm.
good and stuff. And then when they have like, because it's in 3D as well, it looks really good. And when you like go into like say danger zones on the map or something, like explode off a, I don't know, you hit them into a wall and they explode off some generator or something and then fly in the air, looks really cool like on that sort of game. That's what I really like DOA. Like you can customize your own combos. It's not just like combos that you do on the game, like it just mostly just just do the string, the hitman, yeah, do another string. You can actually like mix strings together and just do your own little custom made combos, and that's
Mhm.
what makes DOA really good. I don't know why, I just really love playing like DOA because of that reason. It's really
Not to
fluid
mention
and stuff.
its counter system is glorious.
Yeah, like countering the game. In DOA 4, I really hated it because it was easily to spam, like the spam counter, like you can go hurt,
Yeah.
like that really quick, and then
Yeah.
it would be really bad. And then when they fixed that in DOA 5 and made it slower, it's really good because it actually means you have to think what you're countering. You don't just spam the counter and randomly get one if you did. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, DOA's counter system's really good, but it's better if you don't counter sometimes as well. Like, there's a thing in there called stagger escape. If you
Mhm.
like, if you hold the X button and shake whatever you use, like the stick or the D-pad or something like that, whatever you use a fight stick, if you shake that, it gets out of a stun quicker. Like it that reduces some of the frames and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's just like the technical stuff when you get into it. But yeah, like the system is really good on DOA. I don't know, it's really good.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kyako, for that question, and I enjoyed that question because it brought up fighting games, and I'm pretty sure you probably enjoyed it too. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Flix here. He has a question. Are you gonna type that, Flix, or are you going to you're going to talk? Okay, so someone set that man up with some talk power. There you go. How you doing, Flix?
Oh, I'm good. You got?
I'm doing fantastic, and I'm pretty sure everybody else is doing pretty good here.
Oh, okay. Well, my question is basically for the admins and Haya.
Okay.
It's what do you guys have more fun with, playing unranked maps or ranked maps in like any game mode?
Ooh.
Well, it depends, because like I like unranked maps a lot better because there's a lot of harder like maps out there, and like it's really fun. Like there's really a lot of creativity, like for a lot of mappers that play unranked. Well, the unranked maps that they just make and they don't really bother about ranking it. But I don't know, like they need more ranked maps for sort of me to judge that, because there's not many ranked maps for Mania out there right now. There's barely a few good ones, but yeah, like I just like to play unranked maps because like there's a lot of hard good unranked maps out there.
Yeah, I understand that. I like unranked better.
I'm a bit indifferent about it. I don't mind playing either or, but sometimes I prefer ranked since they feel a bit more polished.
I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, I guess for me, I would have to say, with it, when I'm looking for something like a specific song and I find it unranked, I get really excited. I want to play it, and it really kind of crushes you when you find the really bad ones. It's kind of a crapshoot, really, because you can find unranked songs that are amazing, and you're like, oh, this is great. This is exactly what I was looking for. It plays great. It looks great. Why is this unranked? You ask yourself that because it's fun, but the mapper doesn't really worry about going through all the other process. But at the same time, when you're playing ranked, you have a level of quality you could at least know that's gonna kind of be there. Like say for example, I really wanted to play just think of a song real quick, The River or something, and I was looking for a good map of it, and I looked through the unranked forum and I find a whole bunch of that song map, but some are just one circles there, or some dudes just set up nothing but sliders, and you have to weed through it. But if you find a ranked version, at least it's going to be playable. It might not be what you wanted to see in it, but it's definitely good. I feel like most of the unranked maps I do play, I find from word of mouth, from other people telling me, hey, this is really cool, you should check it out. And I go through like that. So that's how I find out about the really cool unranked maps. But I mostly play ranked. Unless there's something really notable in an unranked map, then I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I could understand that.
Yeah,
it's just I mostly play for the music.
Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest bummer. I feel like when you play for the music and you're going through the unranked subform, sometimes you'll find gold, sometimes you find nothing. And like one of our listeners posted there is times where you find a ranked map of a song you really like, and you're just like, what were they thinking? it's not anything how you thought it would be, and you're just like, I guess this ain't going nowhere. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, because sometimes you find a map, it's ranked, but it does not play like you would imagine.
Yeah, and sometimes you find those unranked that are like God mode for you.
But thanks so much for that question there, Flix. We've got about...
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. We've got about 8 minutes left here. If anybody has any more questions, feel free to list them out. If
I've got one.
Go for it, Deadbeat.
I'm actually surprised they didn't include this in the original questions. What do you think about auto-convert maps?
Oh, well, at the time when I wasn't really good at Mania or whatever, it was they were pretty fun to play, but now like they're just really boring and all the same, and they all like each map that is converted, like they're always the same. You'd have like, you know, a few notes and oh look, there's a long note with an end of like a tap note, and it's always the same, and they're really easy most of the time. So like most of them are like really bad, but there's like one or two that give some PP out there that I actually tried or something like that for Mania. It was like a 5-star converted one, and it was like a sort of similar to like a BMS sort of pattern, but it wasn't quite there. But them ones are like alright. But yeah, I don't know, the converted maps, they're like really plain and boring in my opinion.
Yeah. I can't play anything but converted maps. Sad face. I mean, I do okay, but I play it like I play the game like a dum-dum. I use my arrow keys because I'm so used to DDR. And I flip it upside down.
That sounds confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lolly Sam was very confused about that one.
Yeah, it's not nearly as confusing if you... Like, I played so much DDR, where they're at, you know, the middle keys being up and down, the other ones being left and right. It's just simpler to play like that.
Yeah, I understand. If you get used to playing a certain way, you're not gonna, like, get used to changing, like, how another game would play.
Yeah, and... I mean, playing it with I'm gonna promote the crap out of high hertz rate monitors now because I recently acquired my own, and playing Mania on it almost looks too weird. It's gonna take some time to adjust because it's there's no ghosting, there's no tearing, there's nothing. They like move like water down your screen, and then they're there, and you're like, whoa.
That sounds cool.
It is incredibly noticeable. It is not. People say there's a difference. There's no real visual difference between 60 and 120. There's definitely a difference. And the only time there wouldn't be a difference is if your graphics card cannot pump out those frames. But everybody knows anybody can run OS at about 200 FPS. Most people don't. And even on toasters, most people still get about 120 frames. My monitor is 144 hertz.
Damn.
Yeah, so I actually, I could see up to 144 frames a second, and it is definitely a big difference. It literally changes anything. Yeah, I could do that for you guys. I'm not trying to promote this monitor, but I'm not gonna lie, it was amazing. Like, everything I've done with it so far. It's also made video editing and stuff, way easier. Yeah, I am promoting it, I understand that, and I feel bad about it, but I don't think Acer's gonna mind too much. Closing off the talk, talking about their awesome product.
You're making me want to get one, but I'm not one of those people that have money.
Yeah, there's a link there. I actually managed to get it for $50 cheaper than what it shows there because I went and picked it up at a local store. So if you can find it at a local computer store, you'll probably find it cheaper than you'll find it online. Just putting that out there, though. Anyways, real quick, before we wrap this up, does anyone else have any questions? Last call.
I have another one.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if you want to, Deadbeat, not a problem.
These just keep coming to my head randomly. Do you play with the notes falling down or scrolling up?
Well, because I'm so used to it, from coming from the top downwards, because obviously Guitar Hero was like that as well. And I never played any other games like Step Mania where it came from from the bottom to the top, because, I mean, that was sort of like the normal of that game unless you changed it, but... Yeah, I just play with it coming downwards because it just feels more natural that way for me.
Have you tried the other way?
I did, and I failed. It was really weird. I don't know, it just confuses your fingers. You're like, what do I press? It's so weird. There's so many notes. I'm just like, it just the patterns looked a whole lot different because obviously coming downwards and going upwards is different, and you have to look different on the screen as well. You have to either look down or look up, and I don't know, it's confusing.
Yeah, I mean, it's second nature to me, but I can understand how it'd be confusing for someone else, because when I watch it drop down, even though I played Guitar Hero, I played way more Step Mania, and it's 4 keys, and it's like, it just makes sense to have it come scrolling up for me. But Matt Owens had a type question there, kind of. If you could rank any map, and I'll answer this real quick, real fast. What map would you rank? I would rank the spiritual successor to Rainbow Dash Likes Girls, because I'm just a troll. I'd be like, but it's not even done yet. But if it gets done, we'll see what happens there. But that's what I would rank. If I could rank any map with no precautions or no problems, I would do that. That or that really bad Vuvuzela map. I'd do that too.
Oh,
Excuse
no,
me.
please.
Oh,
Please,
yeah.
No.
just
I hate you.
just like
Why
10
would you
minutes
do
of.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It is one of the few maps I've seen where you cannot autoplay it.
Nope. It's
You
just
actually
about
have to play
ridiculous.
it, or else you won't see the whole map. It will just fail.
But yeah, we appreciate that, guys, and it looks like we're actually just about done here. So I want to take this time to thank everybody that came out and listened to Hayabusa talk about a few questions there, and I'd really like to thank Hayabusa himself for making time to do this little thing that we do. And then let's see here. Yeah, Hayabusa didn't answer the question, but I don't think it would really work. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to put him in the shoes.
And like,
But
yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't imagine him being too like intricate into the mapping scene to know if there was a crazy ass map that's sitting and pending that he'd be like, yes.
Well, there are a lot of maps out there. I was like, yeah, you should rank that. It's good, but there's just because they're really, really hard maps, and like some people just like, nah.
Rank it anyway.
Yeah.
Take that step forward.
We'll just rank it and the points don't matter. Oh, they'd be so mad.
They would.
Anyways, I want to thank everybody else for coming out. And remember, guys, Rhythm's only a click away, and we'll see y'all real soon. And remember, if you want to take part in these, feel free to come to the TeamSpeak. There'll be a description on the main post in the page. And on the YouTube, these do go up. They do go up a little bit later. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit later. But we'll see y'all real soon.
And as a final note, if you do want to see someone on the Oz Talk, let either Zetrot or myself know, or post the thread which you can find a general discussion.
Yes. And Hayabusa hype for 2015 Mania World Cup. I'm already announcing it. He doesn't have a choice. He's going.
It's confirmed, people.
He's forcing me, guys.
Yep.
Help.
It's confirmed. All right. We'll see y'all real soon.
See ya.
Bye.